Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Today we have quite the Magic the Gathering deck, a great example that sleeve playable is what really matters in the world of Magic the Gathering. Let's take a look at this guy's 5-color Magic the Gathering deck. Alright, and if you are not familiar with what 5-color is, it is kind of a predecessor to Commander, and it's a 5-color format in which your deck has to be 300 cards and have at least 25 cards of each color. So this deck is absolutely wild, and you can see this is his deck box. It is an old box. It has been around the ringer for a very, very long time, and he even was involved back when the Crystal Mox was given out way back, I think in 2003. We'll talk about this card at the end of the video. Just a really cool piece of Magic the Gathering history with 5-color going on. All right, so let's get into this deck and this collection and this wildness. So I can get it out of these old sleeves and try to show you the conditions of things. Obviously, cards are very heavy played. Let's get, oh, there we go. There's the City of Brass. Now, some of the stuff, you're going to see the good stuff later on. The good stuff, stick around. The good stuff's coming. City of Brass has seen better days, everybody. The City of Brass has seen better. This is a true loved and played Magic the Gathering collection. Cards that are real, but also have completely been sharpied out because they were part of this guy's deck for a very long time. And you can tell, well loved, well enjoyed. Really a beautiful, there's the Mox Diamond. We're just going to go through the way that he had it sorted out here. I thought it was fun to give you guys a behind the scenes look at what comes in. So here's a Mox Diamond. There are 5 Mox Diamonds in this collection. You can only run 4 of them in your deck, but you can see heavy play. Everything has seen significant play, but in Magic the Gathering, it's wild. There's a planes. I wonder what the art. We should take some acetone off this and see what art. Make a gamble. If you guess the art, you win the card. Magic the Gathering. It's really weird. Old cards like this still have value as long as they are sleeve playable. And these cards would fall under that category. Most of them would. Some of them, might not. You can see the Felwar stones. I don't know the significance. If anybody knows in the comment section that played 5-color, is there a reason that you do this to kind of mark your cards or something like that? I know in the format anteing was allowed. Here's another jeweled bird. It just says, it's like the original Sharpie magic. A bird. It's a bird. It's a bird. There's another bird. Big. There's a big bird. So this guy loved his. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is a well-played, well-loved collection of cards from somebody who really, you could tell, loved Magic the Gathering. And here we go. We've got a full. Let's set this here. We're going to have, it's going to be in here somewhere, a full set of dual lands here, full set of revised duels. You can see collections or conditions are definitely subject and definitely a little bit sketchy. Some bend. He said that he played this 5-color deck back when sleeves weren't allowed. So he was shuffling these cards, he was playing these cards, he was enjoying these cards. And I love it. I absolutely love seeing the history behind this deck. Obviously, values are really hard when cards are this beat up, and it's definitely hard. But in Magic, again, the most important thing is, can you throw it in a sleeve for a Commander player, and can they still play it? And so there is a market, and I would even say, in my experience, most people want the cheapest version. Most locals, at least, want the cheapest version of a Magic card, and they want to pick up the card that, especially dual lands, they want to pick up the card that doesn't cost them more. They just want to throw it in their deck. You can see this one has a chunk missing out of the Badlands there, and a bunch of chunks missing out of the back. But still a cool thing. And again, I just love the idea that somebody was sleeving this together day in and day out. Or not even sleeving it, somebody was throwing this together and shuffling this up day in and day out and loving the game and loving the format. I'm not going to take all of them out of sleeves on camera for you. We'll take some of the worst condition. There is 4 of on each of the dual lands, so all 40 duals here. Let's see if we can get the worst condition underground sea. Here we go. Here's the worst condition underground sea. This is a 4 of every dual land. They're all authentic. He did have a Black Lotus that he didn't want to send me because he said he thought it was probably fake. He thought it was a rebacked Black Lotus. So I'm trying to get him to send me that. I would love to see it and to show it. But again, sleeve playable. I mean, it's got a little bend to it, but nothing that dehumidifier and some pressure won't take off. Plateau here. Nothing you can do to fix the crease in the plateau, but still sleeve playable and wonderful cards with a lot of history. The plateaus have seen better days. This is a 4 and white border on the Bayou here. 4 and white border. These actually show up more often than I would have assumed they would. What is that? Is that German? No, I don't know. I can't even tell you what language that is. I'm not a linguist. It might be German. Comment section, let me know. Again, beat up. Lots of duels. Is that all the duels? Do we miss some? Lots of onslaught fetches, a Tolarian Academy. Lots of onslaught fetches, wastelands. I don't know anything about the format. It seems like land destruction would be pretty important in it. And it definitely seems like it would be fun. I actually thought, maybe I should sleeve this up and play. And I was like, no, I shouldn't. These cards don't need to see more play. They've seen enough. They need to be retired. They need safety. They need safety. All right, Maze of Iths. All right, we're gonna get to the we still haven't hit the good stuff yet. I'm teasing you all. Let's see. Is this more? We got a couple more duels here, and we'll get to the good stuff. Hey, I showed it. Oh, okay. A couple more duels. We got one more set of the duels. There you go. You saw them. And then we get into what's legal in the format. Oh, that's still a duel. Legal in the format is the power. So there is 3 pieces of power here. Here's your Time Twister. There's 3 pieces of power. There's 2 Moxes, a Mox Ruby and a Mox Emerald. The Time Twister actually decent for compared to the rest of the collection. A decent conditioned Time Twister. Absolutely stunning card. Dude, I mean, such a powerful card. And so freaking cool. The artwork is just so insane. Just like, I mean, look at that. Let's zoom in a little bit for you. Absolutely. Really cool Time Twister there. In decent condition. Again, nothing, not going to put this as near mint or lightly played or even probably, maybe might get away with MP minus. You put one of those little modifiers on it, MP minus on eBay, something like that. We'll actually find people locally who want that, or in my network of people who want it. I have my set of Power 9 already. I don't need it. Misdirection. So that was in the deck. I'm just trying to show you an idea of what the format was. And a Library of Alexandria. Now this is cool, man. Arabian Nights. Beautiful library there. It would just be so much fun to play with these powerful cards and have the restrictions of 5 color. I think it would just be really fun. It seems like a really fun format. There's your Library of Alexandria. And then some DCI promos, Fact or Fictions. You can tell, again, this guy was playing actively, very actively back in the day. And really cool to see that. Love the history on stuff like this, and very fun. Mind Over Matter with a huge chunk out of it. A couple that were more LP. Time Spiral, Time Warp, Future Sight, Remand, a playset of Force of Wills, which I'm always surprised at how low this value of this card has gotten. Where you see the reprints are even more expensive than the Alliance version. I think that's going to be, I don't know. I know everybody wants the flashy versions these days, but for me, the OG is the one that matters. What else we got? Firestorm, Contracts from Below. So we're in the black cards now. Demonic Tutor, Tainted Pacts, So I don't know how multicolor works. Like, I don't know if this counts as a red and a white card. I don't know what that deal is. Swords to Plowshares, Wrath of God. Here's your Crusade. Again, completely like utterly sharpied out. Complete chaos in this deck. Wild. You can tell, like, this guy he sat there and he sharpied this out because he loved the game so much that was something to do with this deck. That was something to do. Sorry, my camera died. I'm taking too long looking through this thing. This is one of, if not the coolest collections I have ever picked up, just to see the history and the love that this awesome dude had for this deck and for these cards. Just really, really cool to see the history behind a format. As we wrap up, you got even Chaos Orb. Chaos Orb. He was running Chaos Orb in his 5-color deck. These are all the artifacts. So you have the Moxes. Here you have all the Mox Diamonds. So there's actually 5 Mox Diamonds in the collection. I'm wondering if maybe one of them was too beat up to play, or they told him it was marked or something, so he had to pick up another one and just ended up having it. And then you've got the Mox Emerald and the Mox Ruby. Now, again, these are heavy play on the verge. These are damaged. These are HP damage. They are played Magic the Gathering cards. But the person who wants to build a deck to go to tournaments and to play in these things, they just want a sleeve playable one. And that's the way that this game works. You either want really, really high-end versions that can get graded and can whatever, or you want the kind of sleeve playable version. This one is a little bit more sleeve playable than the Emerald is. The Emerald's got significantly more play on it there. But just really, really cool cards that you just don't see very often, even in this condition. The cards just don't exist. Like, people were playing with these back in the day. They were anteing them. They were trading them. They were sleeving. They weren't even sleeving them up. They were just throwing them onto the table raw and shuffling them, and chunks were coming out of them. This is the way that Magic the Gathering was played. And it was absolutely wild. So this is an incredible card collection. And at the end of it, I promise you, we would take a look. We're almost there. At the end of it, I promise you, we'd take a look at the Crystal Mox and talk a little bit. There's Sylvan Library on the green side of things. The Sylvan Library, it would be really fun. I'm glad I'm going to have this video. I can put together the deck if I ever want to on MTGO or something like that, and just test it out and play it. I've never played 5-color. It seems like it would be an absolute blast of all the best versions of Magic. At the end there, a Wheel of Fortune that has been spun around a little too many times. Chunks coming out of it. All right, and then we get into the Mox, the Mox Crystal. So the Mox Crystal, and if you are interested in reading more about that, there is a website that you can go to that's the Magic Libraries, and it has all the details on 5-color promos and whatever. But he told me that he got this, I think it was in 2003 when they gave out the 25 of them. I think that was the year. That's when he got this. And you can see it's a proxy. It was a card that was created in a proxy. It was put onto the back, onto the front of a regular Magic card. And it adds 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. And it was legal in the format. You could run this card in the format. And you can see this one has seen significant wear and use, and I'm guessing it got shuffled right in without sleeves and that kind of thing. But just a proxy that is a huge part of the 5-color format with Gen Con and everything that was going on back there. And I believe that in 2003 they were given out to everyone. And but really cool. I might be getting my date wrong there. But really cool, awesome card collection, awesome, duels and power and whatever. Sleeve playable cards are what drive a lot of the old market like this. Very curious on your thoughts, and again, just absolutely love sharing cards with you guys. If you guys want to sell a collection, you can reach out to me at KitchenTableTCG@gmail.com. If you want to buy something, you can do that as well, or join the Discord server over at KitchenTableTCG.com. Have yourselves a great day. Be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.